Hey, I'm Peter Rosenberg from Complex. My new show, Open Late, debuts on April 12th. Or you may have seen me on the WWE Network. Today, I'm gonna break down some of the things I am most looking forward to at WrestleMania and just my general thoughts on the world of professional wrestling today. I believe John Cena and Undertaker will have an actual match at WrestleMania. I do. There has to be something. I mean, I don't know everything there is about booking wrestling, but I do know that if you say someone's name over and over again, week after week, the idea of then not delivering that person to me seems nutty. So, yes, I will say that we're gonna see John Cena versus The Undertaker in some way at WrestleMania, but I believe it'll be a legitimate match. If we don't, the only story I could see making sense is, and this sounds crazy, they build it for a whole nother, is that a word? A whole nother year. That's what I think, really, because it has to be WrestleMania. I guess you could make it SummerSlam, you could, but it seems like a waste. So maybe there's a world in which they wanted to do it. Undertaker was not physically ready to do it. They find a way to push it forward at WrestleMania without giving you the match. I sort of like this idea. And ultimately they said we could do it right now and get it over with. Or if we wait 1 year, Undertaker's gonna be like in amazing shape. And that is something that actually makes sense. John, will you be good in a year? Yes. All right, well, we don't have anything else for you right now anyway. So why don't we start this right now and pay it off with something huge next year? And that's it. That's it for Undertaker. I don't know. That I actually would end up, if that ends up being the reason that it played out this way, I think that's pretty cool. I'm excited for this match, and I'm enjoying doing this because it's like actually training for my for the kickoff show, which I will be on hour 2 on USA right before WrestleMania this weekend. I believe The Miz will lose the title at WrestleMania. I believe it will fuel him to get into the main title picture. The Miz has been awesome recently. The Miz has a new baby. He has a battery in his back to win. I believe The Miz will now be above the IC title. I just don't know that you need, unless again you want to solidify like he's the ultimate intercontinental champion and this is like this crowning moment. But I see him losing it and moving on to even greener pastures after WrestleMania. I think that Nakamura wins the title in this match. I'm really excited for it too. I feel that AJ has already had iconic moments beating Cena on a huge stage. You know, he's been a champion. Nakamura hasn't been champion yet. And also, I think there's a lot of mileage on Nakamura. I think the mileage has taken more of a toll on Nakamura than it has on AJ, who, knock on wood, still seems like relatively just so healthy. And I don't think they know how long they get out of Nakamura. And I think it's time. I think you don't wait anymore. It's been a year. He debuted the night after WrestleMania last year. Put the title on him. WrestleMania, let's have that moment. The big, it's all happening. It's happening. That's what has to happen. The obvious would tell you go back to Rude. I'm gonna say there's a lot more stuff happening overseas. I don't think the WWE is quite done with this Jinder Mahal experiment yet, or I think he wouldn't be involved. I think it goes to Jinder Mahal. I think Jinder with the US title makes sense. I think it's cool. I think Jinder deserves more time. Do not hinder Jinder is a real way of life that I live every day. I never hinder him. And I really hope that he gets another run here, and I think this is a good way to do it. I've enjoyed this story. You know, it got here a little roundabout when we didn't know exactly where Asuka was going, etc. And then we end up realizing what we have here is Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss. I almost wish we'd gotten more time with it. But I do think that with where things have been going for Nia and the way the crowd has been turning for her and the kind of things they're discussing in the storyline, body shaming, all the sort of bullying that's kind of involved in this Alexa Bliss Nia Jax story, I think the perfect culmination is for my girl, Nia Jax, to win the Raw Women's Championship at WrestleMania. That's what I expect to happen. I think it'll be a great match. I think that it'll be just beautiful. And I think Asuka will win. Her undefeated streak will continue. It has to continue through the first WrestleMania. So I can't see Asuka losing. But I think it'll be a big night for both of them. And a night that's great for Charlotte as well. I would be very surprised if Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey don't win. It only makes sense. Kurt Angle is one of the most decorated champions of all time. Ronda Rousey, decorated in her own regard before the WWE. Triple H obviously is an icon, one of the greatest ever, but Stephanie is not often in the ring. Hard for me to picture that Ronda Rousey coming to WWE and losing her first WrestleMania match. That being said, there's some upside to it from telling a story with Ronda Rousey that could frame her as an underdog in a way that people might like. Depends how much they're willing to push that. I will assume, though, that Ronda Rousey and Kurt Angle will get the win. Ronda just needs to own it. She just needs to own it, you know? She needs to relax. Nothing she's doing is as scary as fighting another human being. She needs to relax and have fun. This is a dream for her. She's living a dream. You have a deal. You have a contract. WWE is invested. They're not going anywhere. Go have fun. Go out there and do something magical. Go watch Mike Tyson in the lead up to WrestleMania 14, right? Watch what Tyson looked like. I don't know if you guys remember, every time Tyson was in the ring with DX, granted their role is different, but still, at the time, Tyson was the most over human being on planet Earth, not just in wrestling. And when he was in the ring, he just was like constantly smiling and like swagging the whole time, just like putting his arms around guys and be like, I'm here. Like he just lived the moment, and it made you really suspend disbelief and think like, wow, he's just really there hanging out, having a good time. I know Ronda has a contract and they've announced that, so it makes it different. But I would try to still be like, I'm here to have fun. I'm not worried about Stephanie McMahon. I'm not worried about Triple H. I'm Ronda Rousey. I've already become an icon. I changed the UFC. Women now headline. Women now headline the Staples Center because of me. Before Joanna Champion headlining with Thug Rose Namajunas, there was me, okay? I'm a god in sports. Own that. Have fun. And relax. And I think everything will fall into place. The physical part will fall into place. No one's going to expect her to be Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. She just needs to be Steve Blackman. You know, like you just got to be a solid guy, a girl who looks like you can beat people up. So don't overthink it. Have fun.